Bedroom door with a lock that needs changing. This lock could be anywhere. It could be on your front door, it could be wherever. This is what a Kwikset key looks like. I'm sure you've seen a million of these around. The interior side of the door, all you gotta do is unscrew it with a Phillips screwdriver. And back to the other side of the lock, it's just kind of hanging here. Will just fall out. So make sure this thing is unlocked. How do you know if it's unlocked? Turn this. If that turns, it's unlocked. See, I'll lock it now. There you go, locked. That won't turn. I'm pushing my thumb on this piece of metal right here. That's what they're calling the remover tool. You don't really need it, but makes it easier, I guess. Using the remover tool or a screwdriver, turn the spindle tongue to an upright position so it aligns with this slot. Insert the remover tool between the screw post and the spindle housing unit, vertically like this. Then turn it, this is tricky, then turn it clockwise. To release, you have to keep this straight. To release the spindle, insert the remover tool and twist until it goes all the way in. Oops, gotta push these springs back because they get in the way. Remover tool has to go all the way in, and there comes the cylinder. This particular kit came with 3 keys. These match these pins. These pins happen to be colored. Most kits don't have colored pins. Don't ever pull this follower tool out of this cylinder housing without the cylinder in there. Otherwise you're done. This thing, the springs will spring and you've got a big mess, and you have to turn it 1/4 of a turn in either direction like that. Don't have it here. Here is okay. Here is okay. Not here. So you take this follower tool and make sure the follower tool keeps the springs from springing out. The spring pushes down on the lock pins. These are the old pins. We can drop these out, and if you stick the key that came with it in the cylinder, you can see that they'll come right to the shear line. Red. You can actually eyeball these if you don't have these color-coded pins, or you've got a whole bunch of pins and you don't know what size they are. You can drop them in trial and error until you find the ones that meet the shear line. And I'll show you. These match up with the cuts in the key. Pull out the key, and then I'll insert the old key, and you'll see this one has different cuts, much different. So if I inserted the old key, you'd see the gold one is dropped below the shear line, the red one is dropped slightly below, the green one's a little above, and the purple one is way below. I'll pull that out again. You can see them coming up and down. And then I insert the new key, which matches these pins, and they all come to the shear line. While you have your new key inserted in the cylinder, don't turn this upside down or these pins will drop out. Look for this where the springs are. The housing, the section of the housing where the springs are is right here. And make sure that you don't line the pins up with that. You can turn it like a 1/4 turn this way and push it along with the follower. Now you can pull the follower out. This key is matched. Now that you've got your new pins in, you need to put the clip on to keep this from falling out again. and you can see it's scored on either side, so you have to turn it to the right position, and then you can put this clip back on right like that. These retaining clips go down these ramps. You can match up where the springs are with this slot right here, like that, and then put this piece back in. These are all extras because they had enough pins in this kit for 6 locks. To match that up, it's a half circle. This key will lock and unlock this door. And you can try the old key to see, make sure that it won't. Nope, won't turn. And putting it back onto the door is just the reverse of taking it off.